Okay, week 3, homework problem number 2. First, my apologies for that first video. The sound quality was horrible. New laptop, so sorry about that. I checked it out and it's like, wow, that's pretty tinny. I do have another web camera and mic. Hopefully this one is better. It's the one I use on Collaborate. So here we go. New. Problem number 24. So we're going to go name it. Let's go week 3, number 24. And I'm going to put it under again, make sure you put it on your U drive. Set this to your U drive. Okay, you should have the screen up. And to the right here is the problem. If you're working from homework, you also have a top view if you did it right. You have a top view to go from. You don't need it though, and if the top view is wrong, you certainly don't want to be drawing from that. Okay, you always want to attack this problem. So think about it first. Look at the part. Identify what it looks like. So we have this block. It's a 40 wide by, what is that? 10, 20, 35 deep. Okay, it doesn't quite come to the front surface here. So, and it's 30 high. And then it has these two features. You see this hockey stick here on the left and right side, and those are inclined planes. That's the inclined plane here. So, and it's all attached. It's all one homogeneous solid. So what are we going to do first? I mean, we could start with just create a big block that's 60 by 40 high, and then just start cutting corners off it. We can chamfer these top corners off. That's easy enough. We could subtract this front here, and we could do a chamfer on the front here. So instead of doing a whole bunch of subtractions, if we can do chamfers, we want to do that. I think I'm just going to start with a block. I could do the outside edge and this dip in the middle, but chamfer those later. But I still got to cut the front off here anyway. You know what? I'm going to go from the right side. I'm going to draw this inclined line here and these other 3 lines. So I'm just going to do, from a right side view, I'm going to do that trapezoid shape. Yeah, I think that'll work good. And then I can come back and do the front box. And yeah, okay, I'm gonna do that and cut this out. So let's do from profile. We're gonna do extrude. We're gonna pick the profile datum plane, so we're on the right side. It rotates it. Now we're looking from the right side. So here's my right side view. I'm going to draw from the front of the object this incline. And let's see, that's going to be the length of, it's going to be a little bit longer than 40 high. Let me zoom in. If I stop for a second, I can see what it's telling me. That's about 30. Okay, so I'm going to draw the first line and zoom in. There we go. And then this top will be 20, about 20, and about 40 down and over there. And escape to get out of that sketching. Now let's put our dimensions in. Okay, so start here. Click to drop it. Double click. 40 deep. There we go. And escape to get out of that dimension. And this is 40. Enter. Up front. Double click. 40. If it's highlighted up there, I can just type it in. There we go. And this is, oops, oh, I accidentally rotated it in space. Okay, Control 8, Control F8, Control F8. I thought, oops, I thought that was supposed to, maybe it's Function F8. Just a second. Function F8. Nope, that's not doing it. Nope, that's bringing up something else. Control F8. Function F8. Oh, there goes. Function F8. Function F8 will bring it back square to the nearest plane that you're facing. Okay, click, double click, 20. And I have to size my NX sheet again here in just a second. There we go. Sketch is partially defined, so I don't have it all quite yet. Oh, these are not connected. How am I going to connect those? Let's try coincident point. So let's click on this and click on that. Did it bring them together? I believe so. Let's say okay. Nope, it did not. Nope. It was just a pause. It was thinking. Okay. Now it says sketch is fully defined. Okay, so I missed the endpoint when I came back and I didn't quite click on that endpoint. You got to watch your cursor and watch what's happening to lines. Let me give you an example again. A line here, a line here. I'm going to go to that endpoint. Make sure it makes a little red dot there on the end, okay? And not there where it misses it or here. Okay, so you got to make sure you're on there when you snap. And let's back that up. Okay, so this is done. Let's finish it. Let's zoom in, rollerball. And from that plane, we're going to go to the left, 60. Pan it. Mouse button 2 and 3, hold them down for panning. And say OK. Now that's good so far. We got to cut this hole through the front, right? We already have the incline cut though. We got to make this box. Okay, we can do it. Let's do from the frontal face. Let's do the box. Now I'm on the front face and the box doesn't start until 5 units, 5 millimeters in, but that's okay. Click, drag. Okay, this one is 30. I'm getting used to this new version 13, as I call it. This is actually, what do they call it? They call it a build now. They went from version 11 to 12, but nobody likes to do a version 13, okay? Like they don't build the 13th floor on a high rise. They go from 12 to 14. I don't know what they do with 13. People are superstitious. Nobody would rent a 13th floor, okay? So that's why they don't number it 13. Okay, this is 40 units wide, I believe. Yep, and then we just have to measure from the right side, and it's 10 units in the right side. And that says fully defined. Good, great. Finish it. Now we are starting from, this is the positive direction, this is the negative direction. Okay, we're going to start from 5 millimeters. And you know what? Okay, we're going to use this twice, I guess. We're going to use the same sketch twice. This is how we're going to do it. We're going to go from here outward, and we're going to subtract it. And apply it. And then, how do we get that sketch back? I'm going to cancel that's a lot of here. I'm going to go right, click on extrude and say, not edit sketch. How do I say? Used to be a way to say make sketch external. There we go. So I can see it. Okay, now we're going to go extrude from this, highlight the sketch, start from 5 millimeters in, and go to 40 millimeters. 40 millimeters in, and not subtract, but unite. Okay, we gotta go from -5, -5. There we go, to -41. Makes sense? And unite it so it just doesn't do a block inside of a block. If you don't unite, oops, I went a little bit too far. Did you catch me on that? Right click, edit parameters, 41. That's when you're stretching it, pulling it, something you gotta be careful. Because, okay, so it should go right through to the outside. There we go. If you don't unite it, you're going to see that square box on the back. Good enough. Extrude. We can use a front face this time. We could cut this top from the top down, from the front down. We could even cut it from the right side if you wanted to. We would just start in from 10, from 20 in to 40 in. So sometimes you can cut the same hole from 3 different directions, sometimes from only 2, sometimes a feature can only be created from one of the 3 dimensions. I think I'm just going to go from the top down. And I'll put a, why isn't it giving me a rectangle here? There we go. So, draw it. Where's it at? I don't know if my computer's messing up or the program, or I'm going to finish this and come back in. Okay, let's try it again. Let's start from home. Okay, we're going to go, let's go from the front face. Extrude from a vertical front face. Here we go. Rectangle. Why is it not drawing anything? Oh, I'm clicking and holding and dragging. Okay, that must have been how I used to do it. You click, rectangle, click. Oh, you got to get on the right one. Okay, here we go. You click and let up. Okay. I don't know why I was holding it down, whether I'm thinking AutoCAD or something else. Okay, let's see. From here to this line would be 10. Yep, 10. Enter. Don't forget hit enter. From here down to the world. Why is that thing there? I don't know what that distance is. I don't know what that distance is. Why did it put that? Why did it put that line? Why didn't it put it on the vector? Can I draw from the vector? That's the important thing. Can I go from here? When they want you to make when they give you the option to make a symmetrical part, like a circle in the center there, so they always give you this symmetrical lines here. I want to go though from this line. You used to be able to pick a vector. Why isn't it not letting me pick a vector? But it's not. Okay. I'm going to get out of this. No, I can't even get out. Oh, home, finish. Here we go. Maybe that's why. Maybe I was in the wrong. I tell you, I got a learning curve here too. No version, so that's, oh, I already have that dimension. Let's see if I can go back in there. Yeah, why did it? Is it right click? I don't know. I'm just going to have to delete and start over. Let's do an extrude from, let's do this datum plane, frontal datum plane. Boom. Okay, my line's in the right spot now. I'm sure there's a workaround on that, but sometimes it's best just not to fight things. Okay, so let's draw my rectangle. Click, 2-point rectangle. There we go. Here to here is 30. And even though it looks 30 already, let's make sure we constrain it to 30. And then the height, although we could be oversized and this wouldn't hurt, let's make it precise. And then from here to here is 20. I should zoom in so you can see what I'm doing. And that's partially constrained. Why is it partially constrained? Well, let's see if we can move it. Why does it say partially constrained? Because I should have it constrained. Oh, I don't have the length of that thing constrained. Okay. Yeah, try moving a line, try stretching a line. That's how you do it. That's how you find out what's not constrained. Double click. This is 40. Not 40, 20. There we go. 20. Good. And now escape out of there. Sketch is fully constrained. Finish it. Extrude it all the way through. And subtract it. Hit OK. There's no line across there. If there was a line that appeared across here, that means there's a little shelf or something, and I didn't get it exactly right. With CAD, you have to create it exactly perfect. Now, you might ask, why does it have to be exactly perfect? What if your point, 1 millimeters off? Well, if you have a part and you then dimension it, okay, the thing is, it's all in CAD. It's all precise to like 8 decimal places. A lot of times a part like this is actually the data information of this part is dumped to a machine, not to a person that's going to cut it out of a block of wood or a piece of steel. It's actually going to be dumped to a CNC machine or a 3D printer. So whatever the tolerance is on that machine, it's going to build it exactly what the model tells it to. So you have to be precise. You can't just be close to it and then put the right dimension on it in a drawing, because it may be actually modeled from the solid modeling program. Okay, so what we're going to do is chamfer on here. Where's chamfer again? Up here. We're going to pick this side. Sometimes you can pick both sides, but if it's asymmetric and it actually is, no, it's not letting me do that. So I'm going to back it up, escape out of there. Chamfer just one side at a time. Asymmetric, let's see, and that side is 10 by 5. So one of these is 10, tab, and one's 5, tab. That look right? Nope. So reverse it. Apply it. Click on this. That looks okay. Oops, I missed it. There we go. Okay. Look right. Spin it around. Make sure there's no lines that shouldn't be there. Edges that shouldn't be there. Hit your, I don't know if you can hit that right there. Isometric. Now if you want to hide that blue line there, you can just click on this little eyeball here. That's the hide feature. Or you can right click, I think, and say hide also. Okay, and save it. Okay. Okay. The next one up is this one, number 27. And this one, I'm actually going to model it on its side accidentally, because some of you will, I've noticed this in the past, people will do these a little bit incorrectly. I'm trying to keep these videos short though, so we're going to stop right here and pick up with the next one on the next video.